My name is Pascal Viot. I'm Security, Safety and Services Director for Paleo Festival in Switzerland. And I'm also a part of the management of the YES Group, the Europe Event Safety Group. And my purpose today will focus on this collective story linked to the history. This history is the history of Roskilde, the history of the accident that took place, that occurred here in 2000, because it was a turning point. I mean, 25 years ago, the Roskilde tragedy changed the course of event safety forever. And today we gather here not just to remember what we lost, but to honor what we have built together, a living community of practice that transcends borders, organizations, and generations. This is the story of how grief became purpose, how isolation became connection, and how a professional network evolved into something deeper, a family united by shared value and the commitment to protecting the joy and the happiness of festival goers. This picture is here with Morten in the heart of the barrier system at the Roskilde Orange stage. It's a symbol for me, a symbol of being here in the heart of the system, being allowed to be here. That shows the trust we have and we share together, and especially with Morten. I know Morten now for almost 20 years. He is one of my best friends in this industry, and our personal story is also a symbol of what I will talk about by a community of practice, a community of sharing value. I still remember where I was when I heard the news about the 2000 accident here in Roskilde. At that time I was a young practitioner already working for Paleo Festival as a volunteer, and after the edition 2000 I became head of security for the main stage. And when I heard about the accident in Roskilde, I suddenly realized, I was 26, I suddenly realized that it was a serious matter. People could die in front of the stage in a festival, and that's my responsibility to provide the safest environment for our guests. This accident was a profound collective one that struck at the very heart of the festival, representing celebration, community, freedom. And I would say standing here 25 years later carries immense emotional weight for me. So this invitation represents not just professional recognition, but a trust to speak honestly about this tragedy transformed into understanding of road safety. That was very clear with Chris' presentation, but I think there is always something to learn, even in the worst case scenario. So a disaster is always an opportunity for improvement. And in that sense, the process explained by Chris just before me is the perfect example of what we can learn when we are fully aware about our responsibility, but also fully aware about our efforts to improve ourselves. So the disaster at Roskilde was at that time changed the world of the festival and changed the awareness of the festival about event safety. What we did at that time is to, under the pioneers, Chris Camp and Eric Bondo Nielsen, they pushed forward in the agenda the question of event safety at festivals, not only in the sense of we need more security or we need more rules or regulation, but we need to reflect collectively about our practices and the way we are thinking about crowd safety. It's not about more surveillance. It's not about being more aware about antisocial behavior coming from the festival guest. It's about being aware and care about people. And that is a change of paradigm that massively represents a change of culture. We didn't need more rules, we needed each other in order to understand collectively what were the challenges to come regarding event safety, the future for festival. The YES Group is part of Europe. Europe is the European Association of Festival, and this group is a gathering of experts coming from the festival organizations, coming also from security providers working for festivals. So what we try to set up is a community of practice that define it's not a formal structure, but it's about trust, iteration, and case-based learning. It's very important to share information, to share our experiences, bad or good practices, but also some mistakes we made, in order to share it with the other. The problem I had during this edition could help the others to improve, because they will maybe face the same challenges. So the YES Group emerged as a space where professionals could speak honestly about challenges without fear of judgment. There is no competition between us. We are all targeting the same goal, which is to improve the safety of our festival, to make our festival safer for our community of festival goers. It's also a practical knowledge exchange through visits. For example, like today, we connect people and we offer opportunity to visit each other. And I must say, during the last 25 years, I did visit a lot of festivals across Europe, and I always learned something. First, I would say, when you look at yourself, you are maybe worrying, and when you look at the other, maybe you get reassured, because you feel, okay, I'm not wrong, I'm doing it the right way. But also, visiting each other, it's very inspiring. You can see some good ideas, you can see from the same metrics, from the same vision, you can see the translation into practice of some ideas that could fit with your needs and your approaches. What we did transformed, I would say, definitely the safety regarding show scope protocol, regarding stewarding approaches, common post design and barrier configurations. All of these different elements were under the scope of the security staff beforehand. The security was only in charge of intervention, prevention of safety or antisocial behavior, but this proactive approach was not that much developed. And what we try to do is to be more responsible, to be more proactive in the process in order to be better collectively. It's also about friendship as a foundation. We are all colleagues, we are all friends, and as I said, we are all targeting the same goal. So perhaps it's the most distinctive characteristic of the YES Group. It's the personal connection. The same people coming back each year. We do organize seminars, conferences, workshops, and these people are coming back and back every year, not just to participate, like listening and learning, but also to be active and to care each other. And this relationship builds a resilience that no manual could provide. Safety is not a product, it's a process. of listening, adapting, and staying human. That's also from a philosophical point of view that the YES Group changed the mindset of the event safety across Europe. We learn from the field, we learn humility to face the uncertainty. We cannot manage everything. We know that there is some limits of what we can foresee, but still, we are honest in our discussions, and we can also share what we are putting into the test with some situations and trying to find a way out collectively with the help of the others. We value embodied experiential knowledge. In the same time, we get inspiration from the academic, from the researcher in this field of crowd sciences and crowd management. There is a few, and we have the chance to have today John Drury that will present after me. There is a few experts in this field, and all of the challenge is to build bridges between the academic world and the world of practitioners with respect, without any hierarchy of knowledge, because I fully trust that we know each part of knowledge about what a crowd is and how crowd behave. And it's a wrong vision to see the opposition between the academic knowledge and I would say knowledge for action. You are, just like me, practitioners. I'm also a researcher, and that's my goal, my inspiration to build bridges between these two worlds. And maybe lastly, by saying that, it's also about a personal mindset and the way we are personally involved in this. We are all passionate with this subject. We are all very involved within our organization. Being a part of a festival organization is a real involvement. I'm working for my festival for almost 30 years now, so it's a part of my life. And the YES Group is also a part of my life because I grew up with this exchange with my colleagues and friends of the YES Group. So the constant dialogue between practice and theory, between crowd psychology and operational reality creates a dynamic knowledge base that evolves with each event. Let's focus now on two major outcomes for me, looking at the last 25 years. The first is the improvement we made in event safety, and especially thinking about show-stop decisions. It's in the art of the accident in 2000 in Roskilde, and as you know, the history is repeating, because if you look at the disaster at Astroworld in 2021, it's the same causes, the same situation causes the same consequences, meaning not being able to stop the show when it's required. So it's also changed in the culture of event safety to say we are not just here for the benefit of the show. We are not just working for the show to be running, but we are also in the front line of the care and the safety of the attendees. So stopping a show is not a failure. It's the ultimate act of care towards the crowd. So we are legitimate, fully legitimate, to train ourselves and to be able to make the right decision if needed. That required a lot of work. And I must say I've been working within my organization for almost 15 years to align every service, every part of the organization, starting with the production part, the technical part, the safety and security part, and in order to be in line with our position and the way we will discuss this with the artist representative. So building trust inside your organization is key to be able to build trust with the artist team, to establish a shared safety expectations and intervention protocols before the starting of the day or the starting of the gig. It's also about legal and moral responsibility. None of us want to be blamed because we did it wrong, and I don't want to be morally guilty if I made the wrong choice. It's also about legal aspect. We, as organizer, are fully legally responsible of the safety of the guest. It's not the responsibility of the artist or the artist representative, it's us. So in that sense, the relation we are building, the interaction between the artist representative and the festival representative is not that equal. We are more responsible than they are. So they come with a lot of expectation, a lot of good requests, but it's our role to explain what is the sharing of the responsibility and who will lead the process. And definitely, festival have to lead the process. Of course, it's a multimodal monitoring. We develop some training for spotters, people watching to the crowd, directly or by CCTV. It's about the chain of command. It's crucial to have the information about something occurring inside of the crowd. If some people are falling down and not going up, if there is some crowd movement or a dangerous situation, we need to be aware about that. And in order to be aware, we need the data. We need the people watching to the crowd and saying, reporting to the decision makers. So it's also about sharing the chain of command, who is deciding what and who is responsible for the final decision. So we did discuss a lot together within the YES group members. We even tried to set up a common procedures. We have been working on that, having a YES group showstop procedures. Actually, it was probably, we failed in that project, and probably because that kind of procedure is so intimately related to your organization that it's not possible to have a standard procedure. Maybe for some organization, it's about having one decision maker, one and only decision maker. For the other, it's a shared decision. It depends on the culture, organizational culture of each organization, and also of the way they developed the approach, and they are comfortable with the decision-making process. So we have to tailor fit this vision of a showstop procedure and to make it acceptable for our organization and acceptable for our partners, especially the artist representative. So that's all about not only making one decision, but you can see providing the right organizational environment properly designed to be efficient in this situation of emergency in order to make the decision very quickly and with going forward. So that's what we developed, that's what we shared, and I think now the festival are more credible in the relationship we have with tour director, security tour director. We can feel some respect in regard to our approach and the way we promote safety in our festival and the way we work with, for example, showstop procedures. And that's an achievement, a major achievement. Another achievement for me is, Chris told on it, is the development of a command and control structure integrated into our organization. Control rooms have emerged as central hub for monitoring, regulation and decision-making in complex festival environments. 20 years ago, the head of security was the one to decide everything, and he was supposed to be everywhere. I remember when I started as a head of Department Security and Safety at the Bio Festival, I thought that it was my role to be everywhere. As soon as I was listening to something occurring in the radio channel, I was running to go there. But actually I was always late and always unuseful. So that's why in my personal vision and within my organization, I start to think about this entity able to connect the operational level and the strategic level. And we shared a lot within our within the yes group members about that. How can we design a project of a control room that is not only military oriented, but that fits with the event environment? How can we think about it? How can we implement this from a practical point of view? And that's what we achieved, actually, because now we can say that control room is a standard. Again, it's not the same control room everywhere, and there is a lot of experimentation, a lot of technology, also development around. And we have a benefit to experiment and to improve ourselves with the help of the technology. So it's a continuing process, but in the heart of this process there is this single point. The head of security is not doing everything, and he has to delegate and he has to structure his organization in order to be able to manage the wide range of situations we are facing with during a festival. Not talking only about one risk, not only talking about the risk related to the crowd behavior. We are dealing with a lot of other risks, starting with weather. And we know by experience that an open air is very exposed to a weather risk. For the last 20 years, we had a lot of emerging risks, or some risks that are suddenly putting into the top of the agenda. Chris mentioned terrorism. Within one night, we switched from a very distant proximity with the risk to a very close feeling that we were all in danger. So, in order to adapt, in order to be resilient, you need to think about how resilient is your organization. And the control room system, control room intelligence is here to do so. Having a continuous logging, a real-time triage of incident and cross-departmental alignment ensure consistent communication throughout the event. A control room is not only a tool for the security staff, it's for the benefit of the whole organization. And every part of the organization should be able to be connected to the control room. And it's not only just a technical vision, it's about sharing the same goal. And I would say the control room is also something showing that our vision has changed. We are here to facilitate, we are here to coordinate, and the goal of this is to provide the best experience to the festival guests. It's not about being comfortable with our missions in security. It's about developing a system able to help the people to enjoy and to have a safe experience of the festival. And that's a common goal. It's not only the security that target this vision. It's my colleagues from the organization, in communication, in production, in infrastructure, we are all targeting the same goal. We are here to provide the best experience to the festival guests. And when you understand that, it's a complete change of vision, and you understand why a control room is not only a tool for security, it's a tool to do and to organize a festival in a professional way. So control rooms are not just technical center, they are spaces where safety becomes strategy. It's about history, it's about 25 years of work, building our community to preserve the memory of the accident in Roskilde in 2000, not through monuments, but through living practice and ongoing commitment to improvement. It's also a mentoring for new generations. 25 years, it's one generation. And now we have to transmit this energy, this collective project to the next generation. It's very important that the lesson learned from the tragedy in Roskilde is not forgotten in the future. So that's why, by providing meetings, conferences, opportunity to meet up and to develop the network are key in order to keep this memory alive. It's also building trust over time. I stressed on the personal relationship we have within the leading people of the ES group, but it's also this spirit, this mindset that we have to share with the younger professionals to understand that safety is not only about control, but moreover about care and safety of the audiences. This perspective shift transforms technical work into a mindful service. So to sum up, what makes the ES Group approach distinctive is its recognition of that safety emerges from human connection. Technical systems matter, but they are always mediated through people, humans, their perception, decision, and relationship. Of course, there is some cultural differences between festivals and regions. Of course, we are working in a very high-pressure environment, and the psychology of decision-making is very personal. We don't know in advance how we will react to a very high-pressure crisis situation. But being close together, being able to share, even our feeling, our personal feeling, make us a better professional. So the triple foundation of the group is safety. Of course, we target to have a technical excellence and evidence-based practice, but it's moreover about trust, relationship that enable honest communication, and friendship, the personal bonds that sustain our community. And finally, some closing reflection, the human legacy. As we mark this anniversary, we acknowledge both the lives lost and the lives protected. Thanks. The 9 people, young people who died at Roskilde in 2000 remain at the heart of our work, not as a source of fear, but as an enduring call to care. This community was born from tragedy, but it thrives through solidarity. The knowledge we've built together has made festival safer, but it's the relationship we have formed that make this work sustainable. We honor today the past by transforming the present, not through fear, but through care, dialogue, and friendship to sustain each other over time. And this ultimately is the human legacy of Roskilde 2000. A community of practice that recognizes safety not as a product to be delivered, but as a continuous human commitment to protect joy and happiness of festival goers. So join us if you wish. We are fully open. Just to let you know, we will organize a conference here in Roskilde in September, 10th and 9th of September. You are more than welcome. This seminar will be open to external people of the group. It's a great opportunity to connect and to meet up and to be a part of this network. And I can tell you, it's a nice and very friendship network. I personally, as I said, grew up with this network, with these people, and I am where I am today with the help of all of these people. So thank you to all of them. Thank you to Chris, Eric, for the foundation of this group, and to the members that are actively preserving this original spirit. Thank you very much.